Hello, Virgo. We are looking at 2018. I am Lee. This is Fresh Astrology. And if you want a longer version of this, you can go to my website at www.freshastrology.com. There's a download there for $3.99, so pretty affordable. And I also have a course starting in January that is a hybrid of astrology, your chart, we will look at your personal chart, and group coaching. So it will be an interesting experiment. I'm really excited to see how it will go. So if you want to be in on the experiment, join us. You can find the link to sign up. If you sign up by December 15th, you get a discount. It will be $175 until the end of December 15th, and then on December 16th the price will go up to $225, which is the actual cost. It will be a 6-week program where each week we meet live on a teleconference call for 90 minutes, and I will use part of that time to teach about the more heavy-hitting planets in your chart, how to master them, and what meanings they have. We'll have some group discussion, and then we will actually do some coaching, and you will learn some coaching tools that will help you deal with these energies. So I am very intrigued to see how this goes. It's the first time I've blended the two. I wasn't sure I really wanted to do it, but I'm going to try and see if it's possible. It may be powerful together. We'll see. So Virgo, moving on to your chart. We're kind of looking at January too. We're looking at 2018. This is also January. And as I said in the download, and what I'll say here is there's this beautiful kite formation in the chart on the first day of the year. It's a lovely way, I think, to begin the year. There are indicators here that it's going to be a watery start to the year and a watery kind of year. There's this it may sometimes be obvious, it may sometimes be in the background, because there's a lot of earth energy. There's a lot of fire energy turning into earth energy this year too. But here the kite formation is all 3 water signs and then Capricorn. Capricorn has become the star of the show, probably a reluctant star of the show. Capricorn usually hangs out in the background as a kind of a celestial energy, and just in general, Capricorn isn't usually front and center like this. Capricorn has been hosting Pluto for a number of years, and so we've become more aware of the concepts around Capricorn and concepts around Pluto, but Capricorn is becoming more visible in the chart, and now Saturn will have newly entered Capricorn. So this area of the kite formation is very weighted and very powerful. But then at the tail end of the kite, and the tail is very important in a kite too, in a literal kite in the air, you need the tail to make it work correctly. A kite needs a tail. The tail of this kite has the moon in Cancer, so very emotional, a very emotional tail. And it has importance. It also says that we're somewhat guided by our emotions, which is very true. We are, but underneath the emotions are the thoughts that create the emotions. And this is a big part of my coaching world. This is where it's going to be very interesting to pull in the astrology and the coaching together, because when I look at this now, I'm looking at it through the filter of an astrologer, but also the filter of a coach. And the particular kind of coaching I do, we loosely call it life coaching, but I studied in Martha Beck's program and am certified through her program, and she calls us wayfinders. And wayfinders use very much their internal wisdom, and you've got to figure out how to do that. It's easy to say, but how do you how do you find it? How do you know if what you're listening to inside of you is the right voice? How do you use your internal guide? How do you find it, and how do you trust it, and then how do you use it? That's what we work on. So it's interesting to me, all this water energy, because it's all about the emotional experience. And here with the moon in Cancer, there's a lot of, there's a sense of nurturing, there's a sense of strong emotion, deep emotion, around some themes around children, mothering, women. And these will be kind of out there. If these themes impact your life in any way, which they do, most people, because most people have a mother. They are either are a woman or have women in their lives. Most people have children around them. If you don't have your own, you might still be a child. Your friends might have children. You might be an uncle or an aunt. But children exist in the world, so they're impacting you and all of us in some way. The stories of children and women, stories of nurturing, how to care for people. This will be writ large, but for a Virgo, the rulership of your 11th house, which occupies, how you want to move into your future. It also says a lot about what you care about philanthropically. So this is why we're talking about a little more in this pronounced way for you in a larger world sense, because as a philanthropist yourself, somebody who goes out and gives money, and a lot of people don't think of themselves as a philanthropist. They know that maybe they drop money in a bucket when they pass somebody who needs something, or maybe they send off a check, but that's philanthropy. That's you choosing to give. And also any charitable volunteer work you do, any work you do on behalf of any organization, however small, that's philanthropy. That's what you're doing. That is your 11th house. That's not the whole meaning of the 11th house, but that is one big one. And to have this issue with mothers and children, nurturing, this will be what a lot of Virgos will be focused on. So that you'll notice that. You'll feel it strongly. Issues to do with children will impact you strongly. Not that they won't impact others, but certainly you'll be feeling this. So some of you, in terms of what you do with your year, this may inform what you do. If you don't actively, your day job isn't about this, you may find you get more involved somehow. You'll be feeling your way into your future. And I say feeling your way because the moon is in Cancer here. It's the tail end of the kite, but it's a lot of what guides you into your future is the way you feel. So what if you walk around, so the problem with that is, what if you're walking around feeling kind of crummy all the time, or you can feel good most of the time, but then you drop off a cliff and you feel crummy. If that's guiding you into your future, it may feel like, ooh, I don't want my emotions to guide me into my future. So the idea is, how can we get a better handle on your emotions? How can we work with that? Because you have control actually over your emotions, not in the sense that you get rid of them, because you can't, not in any healthy kind of way, and I don't even think you really can. But so it's not getting rid of emotion, and it's not coercing yourself into feeling or being a certain way, but how can we use the world of emotion, figure it out, and navigate with it and through it in a way that serves us? That's what wayfinding coaches do. And so what I'm going to do in January is this course where we will combine astrology and figuring out where the planets are, what direction you're kind of going in based on the planets, and then what tools can we use so that you can get the most out of these transits, so you're not overcome by them or you feel like you're a victim of them. You want to be in charge, and you can be in charge. And with the emotions ruling here and being such an important player, it's a great opportunity to learn to work with your emotions in a way that really serves you. Where this impacts Virgos the most is their world of romance. Let me say that one more time. If you've wondered, I'm going to say it in a different way, but it's the same thing. If you've wondered, Virgo, why, oh why can I not seem to master my love life? Why is my love life such a mess? Why am I not getting as much as I want to out of my love life? Why do I keep getting hurt? Why don't I start a love life to begin with? Why am I so removed from? If you have all kinds of questions around your love life and it's not feeling satisfying to you, or even existing at all, this is the time to really master the underlying thinking here. This is where Pluto and Saturn are converging in your fifth house of romance and fun. And this is where you get to work on these issues and build a better foundation for yourself. So I think this is a great time to join me in learning about this. You don't have to, excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of my tea. You don't have to do it through me. I can recommend a bunch of books that I like. You can find your own self-help books. You can go to a different coach. You can go to a therapist. You can do this in so many different ways. There's not just one way. But I have a great way that I like. If you want to join me, you can work with me personally, or you can join my group coaching event starting in January, where we work on astrology, a hybrid of astrology and coaching to figure this stuff out. Because what's at stake here for Virgos, and I've worked with a lot of Virgos, is your love life. So if you want to get the love life on a better footing, build on a stronger foundation, a better one for you that's more long-lasting, sign up for the January workshop or work with me personally. I think this is a great time to intervene and do some stuff that would actually work for you. All right, have a great January and a happy new year. This is a good opportunity for love to really transform. All right, take care.